Abdullah and my matric number is A22A0178. Then my second member is Muhammad Zulhafizi bin Mat Yunus. His matric number is A22A033. My third member is Nur Naziah binti Hussein. Her matric number is A22A076. Next, my team member is Nur Naziah binti Muhammad and her matric number is A22A0190. Lastly, Alisha Sofia binti Rozi and her matric number is A22A0410. As you know, we will be talking about assignment 1, case study 3.
For the question is, why did the government propose a ceiling price for 22 food items during the festival period? For the answer for question A are, firstly, price ceiling is a government-imposed price limit a good or service in order to protect consumer. The government proposed a ceiling price to ensure producers does not abuse their market dominance. During the Hari Raya celebration, manufacturers took advantage to the increases demand to control the goods to increase price in order to generate profits. The government set price ceiling for regulated product. For example, the standard equilibrium price for chicken is 10 ringgit per kilo. The government will set a maximum price for 8 ringgit per kilo. Buyer gets certification and the government can protect the welfare for consumer. Besides that, the government control over unfair trade practice. In order to guarantee the sufficient supply, the government ensures that no seller conceals controlled goods. Therefore, the government established a price ceiling for consumers so that controlled goods can be optimized easily and at a reasonable price. Lastly, the government is responsible for keeping the country's inflation rate under control. For control item, the government established a maximum price. Inflation can be avoided because the price for goods are still controlled alone. However, it will cause excess demand. Therefore, work limit the maximum quantity to consumer through the control of profiteering activity.
For question B, besides enforcing a ceiling price, explain two other measures taken by the government to discourage the price of controlled food increase. The answer is the government enforce the law more strictly. For example, the government checks the selling price of controlled goods and enforces a compound on wholesalers and sellers who raise price excessively. Besides that, the government's enforce act, including the Competition Act, Price Control, Profiteering Act, encourage price mark compliance and expand distribution network. Subsidies are used by the government to keep the price of restricted commodities under control. Subsidies can help producers afford the high cost of raw materials and reduce their burden. Producers can sell at a low cost. The impact is that Malaysia's food inflation is reduced.
For question C, a study by the Domestic Trade, Cooperative and Consumerism Ministry has shown that during the festive period, the price of food will increase. Using a diagram, explain the impact of these factors. The market equilibrium is reached at point E0 when the curve DD equal SS at the equilibrium price and quantity price are P0 and Q. During the festive period, the price of food will increase and the supply curve will decrease to the left from S0 to S1. At PO, there is an excess demand of Q2Q. Excess DD causes price to tend to rise. This process will continue until reaching equilibrium at point E1. The new market equilibrium is reached at point E1 when the curve DD equal S1 at the equilibrium P and Q which are P1 and Q1. The effect price increase from P to P1 while Q decrease from Q to Q1.